All right, so ideally, I would have liked to have had my gate latch over here, set up my H-brace over there, and the gate could swing back and forth, latching to here, right here in the corner. However, this pole is going to prevent all of that. This over here is an old birdhouse. Could serve great as a flagpole, possibly, but right now it's in my way, and so I will not be able to put a gate here. I'll have to H-brace. And set my gate here, and then I'll have to come back and do a double H-brace here, which is where we're going to start pulling. I want to talk about the planning that has to go into your gate operations when you put a gate on your pasture, especially if you want to use that same gate as a potentially loading pen at some point. So what's going to happen over here is I have the choice to put the hinges over on this side or over on this side. Now I'm going to opt to put the hinges over on this right side, and I want to show you why. Let's just say that in the future you have to load cows. So what you could do is, if you were to come out at this point and build you a 5, 10, 15, 20 foot corral type fence for nothing else than just to bring your cows up and around and feed them along this fence line. You put another gate over there and close them in, and now you have all of your cows in this section of fence over here. This little small, very small section. You back your trailer up right here, and looky here. If you have your gate hinged on this side, you simply open this gate up into your trailer. Your trailer is right there. Open this gate up. Someone stands here and holds this gate while someone else runs your cows up along the fence and into your trailer. You close this gate right behind them whenever you're done. If you in fact had your gate hinged over here and that was your way to open and close it, it would not work the same. Very important when you're planning your gates and your fences, how you set all this over here up. And so we will hinge the gate from that side over there for a very important reason that may not happen now, but in the future. When it rains, it pours. I've come over to Hendricks to get a tractor, a track hoe for some jobs we have to do. And me and this fella here are about to chain it down. Guys, I'm not gonna be able to film this, I don't think, unless I can put it in my back window. Can you girls allow me to video from here and y'all not bother me? Y'all leave my camera alone, okay? Don't let it fall behind my seat. I just learned something new. Would you believe that as many times as I have moved equipment around, it's always been smaller stuff, smaller lawnmowers, side-by-sides, even the small tractor that I've hauled. I've never moved anything big. And I had to go out and buy the boom, the chain and the booms, and I had no idea how they worked. And so this fella come out here at Hendricks Rentals and helped me in the rain. And I learned a life skill. I learned myself a life skill. So how about that? I'm gonna get on the highway now, friends. All right, so we have got the excavator on the truck. And this thing is going to get a lot of work this weekend. I'm going to start off with it here at the JL Ranch and do a couple of small jobs that I needed to do for a while. And then it'll be loaded back up and taken over to Longhorn Luster's, where it's going to do an additional job tomorrow. I have it for the whole weekend, and then at some point it will go over to Jake's over at Honey Hill, where it's going to do a job for Jake. So I love this kind of stuff. Okay, me and the girls are back. I know my phone's a little bit blurry. I think it got wet. So give me a moment here. Come on, Stella. You need help, baby girl? Y'all give me a second, please. Come on, sweetie. Hi, everybody. Poor sweet baby. That noise that you hear is Chuck. He's excited about tractor work. Okay, what I'm going to do is take and dig out this hole. I'm going to dig all this hole out, move the dirt and the mud, everything over here to the side. Then I'm going to take all of that trash and I'll use this bucket. There's actually a bulldozer function on here, and I'll take and I'll push all of that into this hole I'm going to dig, and then we're going to recover it, and I will no longer burn trash here in my front yard. Burning trash here in the front yard was fine because this is where the former owner had a burn pile. Guys, I know it's loud and you can't hear me. The wind is blowing like crazy. I want to get this job done before it rains. But I know that the former owner had a burn pile here, so we've always used it. But now I'm done. The yard is going to grow up to be nice and beautiful, and this burn pile has to go. I want to try to show you using one hand. This is very difficult for me, how this works. Now there's a lot of water in the hole that I wish was not in the hole, but I'm going to take this bucket, scoop it in, try to corral as much of that clay out of there as I can. Now pick the bucket up, squeeze it together, slide it over here, and then slowly raise it up and empty this back out right there. Once this clay dries up good, I may not be able to do much with it today, but once it dries up a little bit, I can push it back over the top of my burn pile, which is that's what my plan is, to dig my hole deep enough to get everything buried, and then once everything dries up, be able to come back over. Woo-hoo! Bouncy. Bounce. Come on, y'all. Got to bounce with it, bounce with it, bounce with it, bounce with it. Once everything oh boy, I'm losing clay back into my hole. That's what we do not want to do. So I think that you guys get the concept here at least. I'm hoping you can get the concept of what I'm trying to do here. Yes? Oh. So the reason it's wobbling so much is because it's so heavy. I'm really picking up some heavy loads here. Some equipment can handle a lot heavier loads than others can. And then not everybody likes heavy loads. Some prefer light loads. I think that the guy was telling me that about 18% of those surveyed prefer heavy loads. So believe it or not, most people would rather go lighter. And I bet that surprises a lot of you. I bet it does. I bet that surprises a whole lot of you. Yeah, the things that guys talk about when talking about their equipment. Heavy loads versus lighter loads. Huh. Who would have thunk it? All right, so let me show you what's going on over here now. Okay, so right here is the new hole that I dug. All of the trash, including screws, nails, pieces of metal, you name it, whatever was over there has all been pushed into this hole. And then all that clay that I dug out of that hole, I know it was waterlogged and saturated, but it's all been placed back on top. What I'm gonna do now is take this machinery and I'm gonna put that blade right at ground level and just try to clean all of that over there up. And then we'll plant some grass seed, and hopefully once we get all that smoothed out pretty, I'll take my magnet over it and just to make sure I don't have any nails or any kind of screws or anything that might can puncture a tire. Over time, I do believe that a lot of this mound will settle, because don't forget, it's waterlogged right now and there's gonna be air pockets, but it will settle. But once everything dries out nice, I'll take my tractor and put my bucket onto the front of it, and I can come by and smooth everything out nice and pretty. But I got a big job done over here. All I'm gonna do now is kind of smooth and clean all that out and then run my magnet around, and then I'll reload this machinery and we'll be ready to take it over to Longhorn Lester's for a job over there. All right, friends, this is gonna be a little bit sloppy for a while. And you guys know there's not a lot you can do about some of the ruts that you put into your grass and everything else. I tore some things up, but here's what I did. I buried all of that trash over here very, very deep. And there's still a few little remnants of things here and there. It's starting to rain on me, but what I'm gonna do is go ahead and head on inside. And what I will do is come back out in a little bit. Guys, I'm kind of nervous about something. I'm gonna tell you. Why is water bubbling up right there? I'm sorry, I've lost my focus, because what I'm seeing, it appears as though there's like water, not rushing, but water is coming to the surface, and I don't know why. Lordy, please tell me I did not hit a water line while I was doing all of that. This is very nerve-wracking. Very nerve-wracking. It's actually downright scary. I don't want to fall off the back. Lester, relax. Guys, this is very... Holy moly's. This is scary. Guys, this is darn scary. I'm telling you what. Okay. I don't think I'm actually equal distant. I think I'm more on one side than I am on the other one. But I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. All right, friends, not too shabby, if I can say so myself. I learned a new skill today. I learned how to use a boom, and I was able to lock that tractor down. I'm so very proud of myself. It's the small things, y'all. It's the little small things that mean so much sometimes.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.